Dig it. Rainy days and sunny days will never change until you get the heart to come and help me chase this rain away. A nigga smiling, you get it, and you should be adding to it. Baby girl, you got to do it. That's the only way to sunny days. In your eyes, I see a million starlights. Queen for a king, help me represent the talk, right? Hold me down, never leave a nigga for dead. You appreciated the nights that Block got bled. Late night massages after the studio. Wordplay as we lay, don't miss Murdoch, go always and forever. I thought it would be nothing but better. But shit, here comes stormy weather. First rain clouds, you cracked up, you're frustrating. You should have asked me, you tripped and second guessed your boy. Baby, don't you wake up to me. But now you falsely accused of breaking up with me. You know these shady bitches, they just messing with your head, trying to give me some head or get me in their bed. I thought me and you had a thing that wasn't quite, but you couldn't stand the rain. You stuck on every other shit. Here you go, days and sunny days will never change until you get the heart to come and help me chase this rain away. A nigga smiling, nigga, you should be adding to it. Baby girl, you got to do it. That's the only way of sunny days.
She don't need him, she done heard this. She need to get some business, this miserable bitch. She hating that you happy, little mama. That's why she constantly on your phone with that.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Yep. Another day of boxing. Another day of boxing talk. I'm just making sure my levels is right real quick. Okay, they seem cool. You know, the belts don't make the man makes the belts. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe in. That's my number one thing for one of my number one things in 2019. And the reason why that is because there's too many people going around here using the belts as a motherfucking shield for why they shouldn't fight somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's either because motherfucker want to say, oh, that's 25, that's 50, that's 75% right there. I'm the A side because I got a belt, but you don't got no fans. Like nobody wants to see you fight, but you're the A side. You know what I'm saying? And then you got these little chihuahuas out here. Gervonta Davis out here telling somebody he the A side, scream, no, I'm the A side. No, I'm like, why does it fucking matter? You know, at this point in age, man, like, you know what I'm saying, little man? You need to go out there and go ahead and fight a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? And take the straps off of these cats, you know, and prove your worth to everybody around here. Because as you sit there and you speak and talk about you the A side, you know what I'm saying? Where your A side fans at? You know what I'm saying? The only thing you got is an A side promoter. That's it. You don't have no A side nothing but a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Go on out here and stop using this A side and these goddamn belts as a shield. You know, from stopping you from fighting who you're supposed to be fighting. You know? And then, you know, you got all kind of, you know, another thing that kind of pissed me off. I'm over here, you know, listening to this bullshit. I think it was on, I posted in here, in case anybody come in here. Tyson Fury talking about he beat Deontay Wilder once and this and that and the third and blah blah blah. Look here, you nut house, you patient. You know what I'm saying? You over here talking about you got mental illness. Well, you know, you're a mental patient. You know what I'm saying? That's what you is. You over here, you talking, you left the streets for about like 3 months, you know, not 3 months, a couple of weeks, almost a goddamn month, and then you come out the woodwork just talking shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I think the only reason why he does this is to make himself look good. He don't sit it. This shit don't come out of his mouth for no reason. He's just trying to make himself look good. He likes the attention. You know what I'm saying? Talking about BoxRec says you didn't beat him. That's the only thing that matters. You can get up there and you can say that you beat Deontay Wilder. You could get your fans. You can get some of these Eddie Hearn fans and these AJ fans to believe in you or whatever the case may be. But you don't have no WBC strap. You don't have no strap. I don't hear nobody going over there. Is Deontay Wilder going to the UK to fight you? I don't think so. Why is that? Because you don't, for one, you don't have a strap. For two, you don't have no fucking leverage. For three, even your own fucking promoter said the money is in Las Vegas. So what the fuck you mean? I beat Deontay Wilder once. Where your WBC belt at? Where your WBC heavyweight champion of the world belt at? You ain't beat nobody. Boy, better sit up over there and beat his meat in the corner or something. That's the only thing you gonna beat. You know, it's always talking that shit. And then what else we got? Oh yeah, I mean, going back to that. Oh goddamn, Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? Dillian, Dillian White. Woe is me, Dillian White. Somebody please help me. Help me, please help me. Help me, please help me. Motherfucker wants somebody to come over there and help you. You over there acting like you screaming, you begging for help and all that shit up over there, Dillian White. Now you over there frustrated. Now you over there frustrated at a whole bunch of slew of things. And now you're frustrated at the simple fact that Eddie Hearn gave you a shitty ass contract. You know why Eddie Hearn gave you a shitty ass contract? You know why he gave you a dumbass contract? That's something that was less than the fight that you fucking held all by your lonesome with Derek Chisora. You know why he gave you that shit? Because he don't want the fucking fight. If Matchroom Boxing and their employees, if Matchroom Boxing and their motherfucking employees wanted to fight you, Dillian, they would have gave you they would have gave you a fair offer. Since they don't want to fight you, they're not going to give you a fair offer. What they're going to give you is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? What is Eddie always saying? Oh, nah. You know what I'm saying? Why would you take such a massive risk? He's calculating it. He's taking that amount of money he gave you calculates to a whole slew of things. And one of them is your risk and your risk to reward factor. You know what I'm saying? Your risk to reward factor. He probably look. Matchroom Boxing has plans for Anthony Joshua. Matchroom Boxing don't have long-term plans. Well, sorry, let me say it again. Matchroom Boxing has long-term plans for Anthony Joshua. Matchroom Boxing doesn't have long-term plans for Dillian White. And that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't have long-term plans for Dillian White, but they do have long-term plans for AJ, what does that mean? That means you're expendable, White. That means you're expendable. That means you're the last person that Eddie Hearn is thinking about when it comes to Anthony Joshua getting the fight going on. If Eddie Hearn won't give Wilder and Tyson Fury a fair shake, what makes you think he'll give you a fair shake? And you ain't even signed a Matchroom. You on a fight by fight basis. So technically, since you ain't signed up, you sitting back there like a little renegade. You know what I'm saying? That's a prostitute without a pimp. Why do you expect more out of Matchroom Boxing? Why do you expect Matchroom Boxing to give you more when you a renegade, when you an outsider, when you ain't signed up? You know what I'm saying? And then even if you was, he's still going to do the same thing because he don't want the fight. They don't want the fight. And then you mean to tell me it is January what? 12th? It's January 12th. And I guess Matchroom Boxing has already given you a lowball offer. So let's see here. Let's look at this calendar real quick. Let me look at this calendar real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because shit ain't looking right. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't looking right. Yeah, we got shit ain't looking right, man. You know, April 13th. I mean, you know what? It's about to be less than, and that's another thing. That's another April 13th, right? Okay. Matchroom Boxing probably has the opponents already lined up, suited and booted for Anthony Joshua. And that could either be, you know, Dillian White, Miller, and Ortiz. And I put Ortiz out there just because Anthony Joshua put his name out there. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow will be exactly a month. I mean, 3 months to April 13th day. So who in they right? So you know what I'm saying? Will AJ take a White or Big Baby Miller fight with a less than a 3 months notice? I mean, because he said he needed 30 days for Wilder, right? He said he needed a proper camp for Wilder, right? Right? That's what he said he needed. So is he going to say the same thing when it comes to White and Miller, or he's just going to assume that there are lesser opponents that he don't need to train that much for them? Or was that just an excuse for not to make the fight? You know what I'm saying? I think it was just a motherfucking excuse, because that's all we hear. You know, what's up, Marquez Johnson? That's all we hear is excuses. You know, from Matchroom Boxing and their employees and their subcontractors like Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? So, like I've been saying, you know, Dillian White, he's talking about he's frustrated, the low ball offer and everything. But what the fuck is he gonna do? The fuck is Dillian White gonna do? He gonna sit there, he gonna shut the fuck up, and he gonna stay on a fight-by-fight basis with Matchroom Boxing Consortium, or whatever you want to call it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? He all mouth and no action. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know the motherfucker frustrated, but I bet you Dillian White feels that, you know, there ain't shit he can do. You know, Dillian White probably sitting up over there like, damn, like if I know I'm on a fight-by-fight basis, but if I go to Warren, if I go to this guy, then I'm definitely for sure ain't gonna get another shot at Anthony Joshua, unless I'm the mandatory. You know, what is he gonna do? To me, if I was Dillian White, you know what I'm saying, I would have to make a sacrifice. I would make a sacrifice, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm not getting the fights that I want. Blah blah blah. With whoop, I'm up out. Because I know people want to say, well, Dillian White, you know, he fought Joseph Parker, he fought this guy, he fought Lucas Brown, an ex-world champion that never been beat before, and this and the third. But when people say that shit, they always fail to mention a couple of key things. So after the couple, you know, with this whole you know, Dillian White, I deserve a title shot in Showtime. You know, somebody was over there talking about he deserves a shot, Paolo Malignaggi and all these other cats. Well, look, he fought Ivanka Basurin, right? Who was that? David Allen. David Allen at the time was probably 9-0. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was 9-0 at the time. Like, nobody was thinking about, and that was a cherry pick for him, David Allen. What the fuck? Come on, bro. Ian Lewison. Derek Chisora was 26-6 when he fought him at the time. And to tell you the truth, yeah, that was a fighter around his stature as far as his fighting abilities. But you know what I'm saying? I get into that later. You know, Derek Chisora was even to this day does not possess anything greater than Dillian White. The only thing that Dillian White did was in that fight, he just didn't go in there like a fucking caveman like they was in the first fight. He did what his trainers told him to do, found an opening, and came in with the left hook. That's all he had to do. Between Derek Chisora and Dillian Whyte, those type of style of punches that they throw constantly in fights, they constantly leave their jaw open. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. How hard is it? How hard wouldn't have been? Either side could have did that. What's up, Kingsley Thompson Network? What's going on, baby boy? Yeah, and then he went and fought Robert Helenius, right? At the time, I believe he was 25-1. Then he fought Lucas Brown. You know, and Lucas Brown was one of those fighters that that people still forget to bring up, that he's a fucking drug cheat. Lucas Brown, yeah, he an ex-world champion, but he lost his fucking belt because he got caught for roids. And then Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker was coming off a loss, thought he could sit up over here and cherry pick a Dillian Whyte fight in the UK, of all places. Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. And then, like I said, the Derek Chisora fight. Like, come on, that fight. If I don't understand who was training these guys. I don't understand what they was looking at, because the way they throw their punches, the way they throw their weight around in the ring, and all that stuff, either one of them guys could have been knocked out. Either one of them. They throw too wide. They project their punches and everything. So I don't understand why people would say that, you know, for one, Dillian Whyte has gotten better. Better since when? Fighting who? You know what I'm saying? He was clearly the bigger guy against Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker was coming off a loss. So I'm pretty sure that that loss, that L, and the pressure with getting another L, and you know what I'm saying, and the pressure of getting the L from Dillian Whyte was weighing over his head. So come on, bruh. And Dillian Whyte ain't showed me nothing. The only thing that Dillian Whyte showed me that he gained was that the ability to listen to his trainers and patience. That's it. The King Z Thompson Network said the Matchroom fanboys say no one deserves a title shot more than Whyte, but he could have fought Brazil or Ortiz, but duck. And King Z Thompson Network. I talked about that already back in the past. That you know, with Dillian Whyte and him in order for him to take his future seriously, he needs to take it into his own hands, and taking it into his own hands would be to fight Dominic Breazeale, because Dominic Breazeale is the only fighter around Dillian Whyte that's readily available, that no matter what anybody say, he will be the mandatory. Fighting King Kong Ortiz would just be like Dillian Whyte taking Deontay Wilder's word for it. But the thing about it is, Dillian Whyte don't know Deontay Wilder. He don't know Deontay Wilder what his word means. And so the whole thing of taking charge of your destiny and taking your future to your own hands, that would be the best thing to do, because if the WBC didn't make him the mandatory, he's sued and he'll win. You know what I'm saying? And if they didn't want to make the mandatory within a certain amount of time, he can do the same thing. Because as far as we know, Deontay Wilder is supposed to be fighting his mandatory at the end of this year. You know what I'm saying? So allegedly. So that's another thing right there too. So I've been saying Dillian Whyte should fight. So at the end of the day, another thing about it is, I think Matchroom Boxing was trying to make the Dillian Whyte fight, trying to plead to the, I think they're trying to plead to the Eddie Hearn. I think Eddie Hearn said, like, I think it was the IBF. I'm not for sure, but I think Eddie Hearn was trying to plead to the IBF to make you know, that Derek Chisora versus Dillian Whyte fight. I think the winner of that, the mandatory, or the winner of Dillian Whyte, another fight, the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. I think he was trying to do that, but you know, he wouldn't have to do that. I think the only reason why Eddie Hearn would even bring that up is because he wants his fighter to fight Dillian Whyte anyways, because he sees it as easy work, and having Dillian Whyte not the mandatory for any of those belts only puts a wrench in the plans, because the simple fact is he had fight Dillian Whyte off of their own accord and then have to fight in the mandatory again anyways. So I think that's really the main one of the reasons too. And that could be probably one of the reasons why we are waiting for this Matchroom Boxing to give a good solid offer to Dillian Whyte to make that fight. The Kenzie Thompson Network said exactly he's pissed because he fought Hearn, guaranteed him Joshua, so he fought Chisora, which helps him in no way get a title shot. Now he's backfiring. He's Matchroom certified bodyguard. I wouldn't say he's Matchroom certified bodyguard, but everything else you said was right, because don't nobody really cares to fight him. There's no one out there, as far as I can see, that means anything that wants to fight Dillian Whyte. Povetkin don't even care for fighting Dillian Whyte because it does nothing for him. Povetkin fighting Dillian Whyte will be off of the word of Eddie Hearn's mouth that he'll get another shot at AJ. It won't mean nothing. It won't mean nothing. It won't do nothing. Fighting Dillian Whyte. Hell, King Kong Ortiz fighting Dillian Whyte won't do nothing. Won't do nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta. I mean, Dillian Whyte did it to himself. Dillian Whyte did it to himself. I mean, I don't care how you want to put it. I mean, you fought. You chose to fight. Okay, I gave you a pass on the Ivaka Basurin because you were just coming off a knockout from you know what I'm saying? But okay, I could give an excuse for you. Not really give you an excuse for fighting Dave Allen, but I can see why. But Dave Allen still needed some more fights. But you fought David Allen, Ian Lewis, and Derek Chisora, Malcolm Tan, Robert Hernandez, Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, and then Derek Chisora again. And you're begging for another title shot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not because you fought tough, stiff competition. It's because you fought who Eddie Hearn told you to fight. How about you say it like that? Hey, y'all, give me God damn it, this dude. Let me see something. Give me 1 second. Yeah, back where I was, man. Back where what was I at? That was goddamn work, man. They be killing me. Let's see here. I forgot what I was at. Anyways, I'll probably figure it out later. Marcus Johnson said Don King would have had these heavyweights in the showcase tournament along with Wilder and AJ already made. Yeah, Marcus Johnson, but he probably would have had those fights already happen. But the thing about Don King was that he was making those fights because he knew that the only way he can make money is making those fights. I mean, it's not rocket science when it comes to boxing. You give the fans what they want, and they'll pay, and that's just how boxing is. I mean, it wasn't a smart move on Don King or anything like that. This is how it is. Then you know, I mean, that's just the way I put it. But you know, a lot of people probably wouldn't be fucking with him too. You know what I'm saying? But because Don King is still around, but a lot of people don't want to fuck with him. And a lot of people don't want to fuck with him is because what he has done. you know, to people. You know, if you can sit up over here and you can and we can bash Victor Conte all day, you know what I'm saying, for PEDs and Balco and all that crap. How come you can't get him? He robbed boxers. Like blatantly. Like it's known. That's what he did. Like he took money out of their boxers' mouth. Like it is a lot of how many boxers that went broke. You know what I'm saying? And so we can all say, yeah, he would have gave us the fights, but you would have to sacrifice these. You have to sacrifice something with Don King. You know, something got to be sacrificed. You know, money in your pockets or something will have to be sacrificed because he was a crook. I mean, in my opinion, gave you the fights, but he was a crook. And we would be getting the fights. We will be getting the fights that we want to see and stuff like that. If like, check this out. Check this out. So I'm gonna get you a comment, Mark Chris Johnson. Check this out. Matchroom Boxing in Wembley, right? Let's just put it like this. UK fans in general, I believe, are spoiling some of these promoters. You guys are spoiling some of these promoters. And the reason why I say you guys are spoiling some of these promoters, because if Eddie Hearn believes that he can save the April 13th day and have Anthony Joshua fight Big Baby Miller in New York and not give you guys what you guys want and give you guys something else, and you guys would still pay for it? If Eddie Hearn does that once, he will do it again. If he does it once, he'll do it again. Once a shark smells blood, it's gonna come. Once a player smells a, I mean, once a pimp smells a bitch, he gonna get that hoe and turn her out. I mean, y'all, it's just obvious. You guys are spoiling Eddie Hearn and them up over there. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you think about it, if Eddie Hearn knew that if AJ didn't fight White at Wembley, if Eddie Hearn was like, well, damn, the fans is only going to accept these two fights. AJ versus, I mean, these fights, AJ versus White, AJ versus Tyson Fury, AJ versus Deontay Wilder. If Eddie Hearn knows the fans, if Eddie Hearn knew that the fans was like, we is not going to buy a ticket unless we get these three fights, right? But instead, what Eddie Hearn is doing is he knows that you guys are going to pay for a fight anyways, just because AJ is there. Just because AJ is there, just because Big Feminine is there, you guys are going to pay for it. And then you guys are going to pay for it. You guys are going to pay for what? Now, you ain't going to get the Khan fight no more at Wembley, but what you guys are going to pay? Because AJ ain't fighting in Wembley on April 13th. And you guys are going to pay for that. Whoever shows up that day, you guys going to pay. And Eddie Hearn knows this. That's why he's able to sit up over here, throw around allegedly throw Dillian White an unfair contract, throw Deontay Wilder an unfair contract, and turn down 50-50 from Tyson Fury. Because he knows that in the UK, he can sell whatever he wants and sell out. Because it ain't necessarily about the UK fans. It ain't necessarily about going there to seeing AJ or this person. It's a big ass fucking party. It's a big ass get drunk sausage fest. That's what it is. Ain't nobody going up over there. Come on, bruh. Come on, man. And Wembley as according to Eddie Hearn, only grosses 1.3, 1.5 million. So come on, bruh. Really? That's why Eddie Hearn be throwing these weak ass contracts around. That's the only reason why. He know people gonna pay his little meager 25 euros for a whatever pounds to watch these fights up over there on Sky Sports. He know it's easy for y'all to pay for that. He know he gonna do at least about a million views, a million buys. You know what I'm saying? He know that shit, man. Come on, bruh. Don't be trying to act like now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Don King ain't if Don King's still around, and Don King ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Because don't nobody want him around. Wilder don't want him on his team. Yeah, he was with Stavern because that's probably all Stavern could get. You know what I'm saying? And then look what happened at that fight. You know what I'm saying? And Don King probably robbed the fuck out of Stavern. He probably gave him some stocks in some casino in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's basically it's like some of these promoters are scared to take a O. Not some of these fighters, some of these promoters are scared to take a O. They scared to take a O in negotiations. They scared to give somebody a fair shake. They scared what the next person is gonna say about them in the media. They scared to take a O. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder ain't scared to take a O. And Tyson Fury ain't scared to take a O. But I don't know. It seems like Matchroom Boxing Consortium in there and their fucking employees, they scared to take some O's. Shit. If Anthony Joshua fucking loses, Barry Hearn would have a fucking stroke. Yeah, he'll have a fucking stroke. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they got. That's all they got. That's all Matchroom Boxing got. It's big feminine. They don't have nobody else. Marcus Johnson said Gambillo and Lopez should have happened when they both were undefeated instead of now when they both skeletons of the former self. But that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. And then sometimes it's marination. Sometimes they just can make it happen. And then sometimes, you know, it's just fate, man. It's just the way things roll. What's up, Mark? What's up, Mark? Yeah, I mean, because for Wilder to fight Tyson Fury again, for Tyson Fury wanting to fight Wilder again, and them two stepping in the ring, they ain't scared to lose no O. They ain't scared. We all saw how that fight went. He ain't scared. Matchroom Boxing is. They won't even give a fair contract. Let me tell y'all something. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, the last fight might not have been 50-50, but for both sides, it was better than what Matchroom Boxing was offering them too. I bet you it was better than what Matchroom Boxing was offering Deontay Wilder. I bet you it was better than what Matchroom Boxing was offering Tyson Fury. I bet you that split in that fight is massive more, way more than what Eddie Hearn offered Dillian White to fight AJ. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to. People could say it all they want. They can say it all they want. And now look, AJ is gonna be on the sidelines again. He's gonna be on the sidelines again, watching the second biggest heavyweight fight in the last 10 years. Sitting on the sidelines again, coming up with another fucking excuse why not to come in that arena and watch the fight. Probably because he's scared of Marcellus Wilder might not. I'm gonna say Marcellus Wallace. Does what Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch? Marcellus Wilder might knock his ass out like he did Dominic Brazil, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So come on, bruh. Let's not even go that route. I mean, well, we gonna go that route. Fuck it, because one of these promoters gonna have to lose an O. One of these promoters gonna have to lose an O, and that's what the real scaredy cats is. Look at Marky Garcia. talking about Spence and shit like that. Motherfuckers, and then they gonna insinuate the and then they kind of made it seem like they wasn't gonna fight. They didn't want to fight Earl. They made it to where like they didn't want to fight Earl because they were scared to lose that O. And then until Mikey Garcia came up to him, was like, man, ain't nothing special about this dude. Look. And now y'all want to fight him. And now y'all want to do some fucking ad workouts. Because you know he gonna go to the body. That's if there's one thing that you know about Earl, and there's one thing that you know about yourself, you're squishy in the middle, and Earl gonna bang that body. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I don't know how people don't see this shit. Somebody, it wasn't Mikey scared to lose an O. It was his goddamn promoter scared to lose an O. The reason why they didn't bring him Earl Spence. They could have been fought Earl, but they scared to lose. Everybody's scared to lose. It's not the. I don't think necessarily the fighters, but I'm gonna say it again. Some of these promoters scared to lose their O because they know as soon as they fight, as soon as one of they best fighter loses, is woo. They don't know. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. It's okay to lose an O. Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. What's up, Rob Sportsman Lee? It's okay to lose an O up over there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you really wanted the Dillian White fight, that snack pack. Mark said that snack pack is kind of fish though. And I'm gonna tell you this: those snacks, they legit. As far as like they don't have no extra substance sprinkled on top of them. Those snacks are legit. The whole thing is the thing and their gym is legit too. I believe Seconds Out got a video from like 2012 or 2000 on I think it's 2012 on YouTube in the snack facility, right? In one of the snack facilities. That's not the problem. And just like with Balco, the stuff that they offer to the public is okay. They legit. They don't have no extra artificial muscle intelligence in them. You see what I'm saying? The thing that's the problem is the shit that he gives during these private motherfucking sessions. Let me tell y'all something. Shane Mosley was with Balco. Shane Mosley was juicing. It wasn't the shit that he was getting like over, you know what I'm saying, at the counter. It wasn't that shit. It was the shit he was getting behind the scenes. Victor Conte was explaining to Shane Mosley how to inject I forget what it was, but he put it on this side, then he put it on the other side, and the ab and whatever. Yeah, until Vic snitches. And you know, and I think that's the reason why the Mayweather didn't fight Shane Mosley at one point in time because they knew he was juicing. People want to say, well, he didn't fight Shane in his prime. He was because he was fucking juicing. The motherfucker was hot. You know what I'm saying? And they knew, and because he was with Balco. It was with him. Look online, Shane Mosley, and Victor Conte. And Victor Conte tried to throw Shane Mosley under the bus too. Some of I showed him how to take it, but he had to be taking that shit before me. Blah blah woody woo woo. I didn't. He knew about it before me. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah. The motherfuckers was juicing because he was scared to lose that, take that L. Shit, motherfuckers. Some of y'all, man, y'all need to read. But oh, what's that? Oh, I thought someone was crawling on me, man. Damn, it must have been Eddie Hearn. Hey, what's up, Laws D? Yeah, you're right, Rob Sportsman. Floyd did call Shane out in his prime. In fact, Shane said no. Yeah. Why would he? I would have said no too. I would have took that shit to the grave like Barry Bonds. Fuck that. Fuck y'all motherfuckers. What the fuck you mean I'm cheating? I don't know what you talking about. Shit, I would have done a motherfucking Hillary Clinton. I don't recall. What was that? So did you ever put some flaxseed oil underneath your tongue? I don't recall. This motherfucker ain't nobody putting no goddamn flaxseed oil underneath their goddamn tongue, Barry Bonds. Ain't no. you know, shut the fuck up. Ain't that much artificial muscle intelligence in no goddamn flaxseed oil. Matter of fact, ain't none in no goddamn flaxseed oil. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, and that's the reason why I don't think Mikey Garcia is knowingly taking any performance enhancement drugs, you know, aka artificial muscle intelligence. And the reason why I don't think he is, it's too much of a risk, man. It's too much of a risk. Like, you know, at some point in the game, it's too much of a heavy risk for Snack, and it's too much of a risk for the fighter, because at some point in the game, like the sanctioned body in these piss test organizations, they're gonna level that hammer on somebody like real tough. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, one of these days, like they gonna, especially when they know it, you with somebody that's knowingly trying to fucking cheat the system and circumvent it and all that stuff. Oh man, Mikey might get a life. He might get a life, or like a 2-3 year ban. Probably more than 2, probably like 3 or 4, because they would have to get somebody the javelin. Somebody gonna have to get that hammer, man. Eventually, like with all this cheating that's been going on in boxing, eventually somebody gonna get the long end of the fucking law. You know what I'm saying? And and it's just too much of a risk for both of them. I mean, I don't believe Mikey ever been caught, but you know, Victor Conte has multiple. He's implemented in multiple lawsuits when it comes to artificial muscle intelligence. So I don't think he'll risk it. He'll probably educate him on certain stuff, but I don't think he would actually give it to somebody. Ross Sportsman Lee said MLB or the public didn't even give a damn about PEDs until those records held by white players started to. Oh shit, you ain't lying. It wasn't a problem. And everybody knew motherfuckers in Major League Baseball was juicing. Everybody knew there was a lot of people juicing. A lot of people. The only thing that saved Major League Baseball was that it's not like football to where people can actually get like paralyzed, maimed, and killed. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they did it in baseball, because they were like, you still got to hit the ball. You know what I'm saying? But it helps. But taking steroids help with hitting the ball, because you don't have to overexert yourself every time you fucking go and swing. You can actually, like fucking trail the fucking ball better. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't gotta, you don't have to use a lot of your fucking muscle and all that shit. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't have to go 100% hitting the fucking ball trying to hit the ball. You know what I'm saying? You probably go 75% on the juice. You know what I'm saying? And that's even better, because now you can trail the ball better. Anyways, yeah, motherfucker did give you power. It didn't give you accuracy with hitting the ball, but it gave you power. Shit, them motherfuckers was slugging them. And hey, Ross Sportsman Lee, hey, who's slugging them like that now? Who hitting home runs like Mark McGwire? Who hitting home runs like Barry Bonds now? Now, hey, Mark, it didn't die after that. Baseball's still good. Depending on what your team is, baseball still pop, man. It's still popping. That just it just put like a little black eye. But real boxing fans, they knew that. They knew what the deal was. They knew everybody in their motherfucking mama was juicing, was putting a needle with some artificial muscle intelligence in their ass. Everybody was. Well, not everybody, but it was a, it was a good number of people to where it was just, hey, Lars Dawkins, what you think about this, man? You think with Matchroom Boxing giving Dillian White that low ball offer, you think, well, we gotta ask all y'all men out there. So with Dillian, Matchroom Boxing, and their employees offering Dillian White low ball offer to fight Anthony Joshua, Do you think a low ball offer for Dillian White is a fair offer? Or do you think that he offered that so Dillian White wouldn't take the fight? Like, what do you guys think out there? Think that was fair, or do you guys think that it's Eddie Hearn's MO to lowball to get a fighter up out of a fight? What do y'all think out there, man? I think they don't want the White fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they want it. Shit. I wish there was a way I could find out how much they really offer to do. You know what I'm saying? I wish there was really a way I could find out. Yeah, I can shoot you a link. Let me see if I can see. I gotta put my headphones on for this one. All right, cool. Hey, Laws, incoming. Give my boy a little link. Think he'll come up in. Yeah, man. Laws D should be in a minute. Anybody else say something? Nah, I'm like, all right, cool. Waiting on Laws to come on in and see what he got to say about this week of boxing news, boxing talk, and all that thing. He should be on in a minute. Motherfucker probably taking his shit. Marcus Johnson said, dumb, because why lowball guy that you've been keeping on sideline to specifically fight Joshua? Yeah, that's a good point right there. That's a good point. Yeah, I play football, man. That's why. Well, I bought a couple of these. Only one of those I actually paid full price for. Only one of them shoulder pads I paid full price for. The other ones, I finagle deals to resell to my teammates at a low price. At a low price. All right, Laws, here it come, incoming. At a low price. So this, let me see if y'all can see it. I don't know if y'all can see this one. Yeah, so this one right here, I bought that for $100. You can go on eBay. You will see some for 120, 130, 200, 300. It all depends on the condition. All depends on who's selling it and how much money they need. So I bought it for 100. Sold to one of my teammates for 100. Same amount that I got it for. I'm just gonna take off the shipping cost. You know, and try to hook them up. These are a large right there. I don't wear a large. I actually wear a. I fit a medium comfortably, but since I switched over to defensive back, I actually wear a small because I don't like being grabbed for one, and for two, it feels better on my deltoids. Feels better on my deltoids to wear a small. Hey, Laws, man, where you at, man? All right, I'm gonna send it to your email, man. I'm gonna send it to your email, Laws. Hey, Laws, are you on your Laws, are you on your laptop or phone? I send it to your Gmail, Laws. Check your Gmail, Laws. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's what I do, man. There's some shoulder pads back there, the blue ones. You see the ones with blue tint. I'm giving them up. I bought them for cheap. I'm gonna give them selling to my teammates for $25 a piece. But on that deal, I'll be losing $15, which is not that bad. But you know, get somebody on the field. You know, it ain't that bad. You know, let me see if you got that link yet. I sent it to your Laws D. I sent it to your Gmail, bro. Yeah, man. So who exactly is Jarrell Miller supposed to be fighting? Did anybody know that? Who is he supposed to be fighting? Because I'll check again, because yesterday I checked it and it didn't say nothing. It didn't say it said absolutely nothing. That's gay. Turn that shit down. Let me see what. Oh man, I'm supposed to be looking at box rec. Anyways, we're come on. Oh man, that's why you probably can't get the link, man. You on your phone, bro. But let me send it. I'm gonna send it again. I'm gonna send it to your. What is this? What is it saying? Is it saying you just can't get in, or is it saying something different? All right, incoming laws. Incoming. Mark said, I thought he fighting AJ in New York. Man, he ain't fighting no AJ in New York, dude. I mean, he could. It's possible. But Jarrell Miller's supposed to be having a fight like this month. And you know, unless AJ was already training for the fight on the low, it still won't make any sense for him to have to fight this month, because who gonna watch it on his own? Nobody. Because Big Baby Miller has a fight scheduled for next weekend. And it says TBA for opponent. But I swear I thought I saw an article with what's up, Tone? I thought I saw an article with Big Baby Miller saying that he finally got an opponent, but nobody actually really said that he didn't say who it was. No, I didn't. Ron Sportsman, I didn't even know he was on Fox. Because I don't even watch TV like that. Rob, I stream all my stuff, and I got the Fire Stick and all that jazz. I don't have regular TV. But there you go. There you go, Law.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, about time.
Been trying to join you, mate, but he kept messing up.
Oh man, they look like they kicked you out to the kitchen, homie.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on, what's that question again?
No,
about Dillian
Whyte. Yeah, I already subscribed to KT Kinsley Thompson.
Yeah, he's
KT Kinsley Thompson. Yeah, I already subscribed to him. Yeah, but I was asking, what was that question again? Yeah, with that whole low bar offer to Dillian Whyte, man. You know, is that like do you think that means Eddie didn't want to fight? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's karma, mate.
Is it
because
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, oh yeah, I was just saying because this is his MO. I mean, he did it to Wilder a few times, so you know it's his MO to lowball somebody, to lowball somebody to get him up out of the fight. Because I think the only thing that he's doing is he's still fishing to see which fight he's going to make, and he don't know if he wanted to fight. He don't know if he want to go to the Jarrell Miller route or the Dillian Whyte route. He don't know what he want to do. Only thing they do know is that Anthony Joshua will be sitting on the sidelines again for the second biggest heavyweight fight in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? In 10 fucking years. You mean to tell me this dude, and then I guarantee you AJ is gonna be like, I can't make it because I have I bet you Eddie Hearn gonna be like, AJ can't make it because he has engagements. You know what I'm saying? And he still ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Then if AJ do make it there, I hope Marcellus Wilder knocks his ass out like he did Dominic Brazil allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all damn fucking.
Yeah. I think it's karma, mate, because he did the same to Dillian Whyte's moaning about it. But if you look what he did to Luis Ortiz, he offered him 200 grand, didn't he? You know, when he was mouthing off saying that he'd beat Ortiz up. So Ortiz says he'd step off the Wilder Fury undercard.
Yeah.
Said he'd fight him. and he offered Luis Ortiz 200 grand to fight him. That's why he never ended up fighting him. So
if I was Luis King Kong Ortiz, I would have took that shit. I would have took that shit, and then I would have went up over there, took Eddie Hearn and Dillian White's cookies. I would have took it. You know what I'm saying? Because he had no motherfucking choice, man. Like, in order I would have took
Sorry,
it.
man,
Just,
go on.
I would have. I mean, if I was King Kong Ortiz, I would have took it. But at the end of the day, they still would have declined. They still would have. They still would have been like, never mind. But at the same time, go ahead, man.
No, go on, brother. Finish what you're saying.
Go ahead.
I think he's gonna fight Miller. I think it's definitely Miller. Me personally, because at first I was thinking, it's Dillian White. It's all a publicity stunt to try and probably rally fans for the fight. Saying going to the ring and that. Because if you can remember when Dillian White had the fight with Chisora, after the fight, he come up to the ring, didn't he?
Yeah.
And it was so cheesy. Yeah, but don't you think it was dead corny the way how he did it, like coming up to ring? I heard a lot of brothers. I think
it was beyond corny, and at the same time I think AJ knew that Dillian White was joking around when he said you lanky idiot. And you could tell that Dillian White was playing around because he had a big ass smile on his face. He was grinning ear to ear. Like he knew he was playing around. Some people they talk shit, they call each other names and stuff like that. And he was like, I was trying to keep calm and I didn't want to get in the ring because I don't want to cause no ruckus. Eddie Hearn told me, man, shut the fuck up. At some point you have to be your own man. You gotta be a man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most Get your ass in there. And if you say all that shit, you're probably scared that somebody will put hands on you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're probably scared of. You probably don't want nobody to put hands. You probably scared of somebody. It just didn't look right. You standing outside the ring, Dillian White getting closer and closer. Motherfuckers looking like they don't want Dillian White to get too close. He's standing outside the ring, asking the fans fucking corny ass questions that he already know the fucking answer to. Everybody knew the answer to that shit. A motherfucker that can't see, that can't fucking hear, knows that shit, knows that they know what they even know what the fucking fans want. But he gonna sit up there and act like he's asking the real fucking question. No, he was deflecting. He was deflected from the point. He didn't want to get in the ring. Deflected from the point that they're not gonna make those fights.
No,
they're not gonna make those fights. You know what I'm saying? Because I seriously, like, before you got on, Laws, I was like, I seriously think Matchroom Boxing is scared to lose their own.
Of course you are, bro.
Hold on, Rob.
Of course.
Rob Sportsman Lee. Hold on, Laws. Rob Sportsman Lee
go on, bro.
said the only difference with Keith Thurman is better competition. Nah, the only thing that's different about Keith Thurman right now is that conditioner he putting in his fucking ponytail. Rob Sportsman Lee said Keith Thurman is a comment and he should run for mayor. Yeah, he should run for mayor after this, but he's probably gonna run for chief. And his little, his Indian tribes, he Indians allegedly. He's probably gonna run for chief. He's gonna be named Chief Duckahoe. Chief Duckahoe. Because that motherfucker off the chain. Yeah, man, but that's it.
Is that Rob Sportsman Lee in the comments?
Yeah, that was in there. Yeah.
Salute, Rob.
People tired of people ducking, man. People tired of people hanging out on the outskirts because they supposedly, hurt or not injured. Let go of the motherfucking belts, man. You can always come back, man. But like I said earlier, man, it's like I hope I don't offend you with this, but I seriously think that the UK fans are spoiling fucking Eddie Hearn and Barry. I mean Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren is spoiling them because they assume that no matter what they fucking sell, it's gonna sell.
Man, go on. Sorry.
And that shouldn't be that messed with the whole thing up. With the fans getting what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How are we supposed to get what we want when some people out here are willing to pay for anything and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing that gets me the most, man. Like we gonna have to start, making some different type of videos, man. I know I'm about to start making some different type of. I'm about to start making some different type of videos because these promoters they're cheating us. It ain't totally Don King. It ain't Don King. If Don King was around, he would have done this and that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that. It's these janky ass fucking promoters. You know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't offend me with that comment. What you just said, then, Mike. No, I just totally with you, mate. Because I don't know, mate. Over here, I mean, Kingsley will tell you this. Kingsley Thompson Network, he'll tell you this. The UK fans, not all of them, but I believe the majority of the UK fans, or at least say out of 100%, I'd say 60% of them are just casuals, mate. They're just casuals because they don't know. That's why Eddie Hearn's getting away with doing what he's doing over here, selling all flipping fights what aren't pay-per-view. People love him for some unknown reason. I mean, the only thing I can think he did put boxing back on the map in Britain because it went stale for a few years, and then he signed with Sky, and he started putting some good fights together. And that was okay. But then I didn't mind him then, Mike. I thought he was all right. He was doing a good thing for boxing in this country. Right. But then it was when he went to America and come out with all that bullshit saying, "Oh, I'm here now. I'm going to conquer it. I'm going to take over." I remember him saying it on IFL TV. I've come here to put boxing back on the map. And
I forgot about that part. That part with the whole conquering thing, man. I kind of laid off of it, like pinpointed on some on Matchroom Boxing employees, just off the simple fact is that some of these articles out, some of these people out here in these articles out here, they have put that out there. Like they even put when Al Heyman said he was going over there to the UK. It was putting like, "Oh, he's coming over here to take over." Yeah, I'm like, why you gotta? Yeah, like, why do you have to put those type of confrontational barriers in front of somebody? You know what I'm saying? How can we can't just say, "Hey, fucking PBC's coming over here either to give us free fucking fights or to make us spend some fucking money"? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you automatically went over there and because that's what the news do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at R. Kelly, I don't know if you know anything about R. Kelly, what's going on around here.
No, I've heard little bits. He's a pedo, and he's all supposed to be. Something.
Yeah, he's a pedo.
I mean, I don't know. I just
he's a pedo, just like Steven Tyler is one too. But anyway, what happens is, Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. He's supposed to personally got a 13-year-old girl. But
you were showing me that. On
that's
your
right.
Computer when you had it up on your screen, didn't you?
Yeah. So like if when American media or any country, when they fucking want to do you in, the first indicator of you knowing that they want to do you in is that how they present the evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody in here know Jay Wright? Send you the link to what?
I've never heard
Jay Wright. Send you the link to what? But anyways, so the first thing what they try to do is and Ross personally, Mick Jagger too. How they present the evidence is going to tell you how they want you to what they want you to believe. So If Lifetime is going to come out here with thing, and then Yahoo News is like, "Oh, R. Kelly's all up in the club and not giving a care about what's going on around his life. Oh, R. Kelly, as soon as he steps in the club, the police is called. Oh, R. Kelly had a panic attack after he saw fucking the Lifetime or whatever it was on thing." And I'm kind of like looking like and then you start hearing other shit like he did this, he did that, he did all that stuff. But the thing, to tell you the truth, the whole damn thing. Yeah, I can give you a link, Lindsay. To tell you the truth, but the whole damn thing was you got to send me your email though, bro. The whole thing about it was that all of everything that was said on that damn, I think it was Lifetime or whatever, it wasn't a fact. It was all like allegedly.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they said it was a fact, then it opens up for a lawsuit. And that's the reason why R. Kelly was sitting up over there talking about he was going to sue everybody. You know what I'm saying? But
is he actually... Go on.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, has he actually ever been, like, convicted, like, gone to jail, R. Kelly?
He's been...
No.
I think he's been arraigned, and I think he's been, like, booked, but I don't think he's actually... I don't think he actually...
He's ever gone to jail?
No, I don't think he ever served jail time.
Excuse me. Yeah, I was going to say I've not ever heard of him, but I mean I don't know much about him. Just know he was big in the 90s and he's supposed to be a pedo.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, as far as Aaliyah's the one that everybody knew of. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, growing up over here.
Yeah, she was young, wasn't she, when he was seeing her?
Oh, young.
What was she?
Rap Rob, never convicted.
What was she, Mike? Was she 15?
Yeah, she had to be like 15. She had to be like 15. Yeah. But you know, some states like legal is 16, so that's when it becomes like real tricky. Like, you know, then you had what's his name? Tigger with that Kylie Jenner chick or whatever like that. He was like fucking 18 and she was like 14 or 15 or something like that, and they supposedly friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then what you got to think about it is that their mother is allowing this shit to happen, their parents allowing this shit to happen, their sisters allowing this shit to happen.
Yeah, it's fucking wrong, mate. It's wrong. That shit.
Ron Sportsman said she was 15 and he was 25.
What?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, my main thing is like, where are these? Where are the parents? Where's the mothers, the fathers, the brothers and sisters and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not answering that, dude. I don't even know why she even calling this phone right now. I can't fucking help you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, where you at? I sent you the link.
Yeah. So back to that answer.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on. Sorry. No, go on. Read his comment out, Joe. Greg.
No, I sent that link to Kinsley Thompson Network, but hold up, that was my fault. I'm fucking up. No, I sent it. Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, go ahead though, Laws.
Back to what you were saying about Eddie Hearn over here. I don't know. Like I say, because the only thing I can put it down to, Mike, is because he put boxing back on the map in Britain. The fans over here just love him, man. They don't see through his there's not many what I know of, because you'd see him in the LDBC channels. You see the odd British person in the channels, who, you know, like John Johnny and a few people like that. They know what the bullshit's all about. But I don't know, he's a good salesman, and he sells this shit to you, and excuse me, people just believe it. I see straight through his lies. I can remember when he very first put Anthony Joshua onto the scene.
Okay, I fixed it.
And he was saying, "Oh, get on board with us. This is going to be a brilliant journey, because I'm telling you, this guy's the next world champion," and blah blah blah. And everyone got on board with it. And I can remember, I think I told you last week, didn't I? I watched one of his fights with my stepdad, and I said to my stepdad, "What do you think about him?" And my stepdad just saying, "Nah, he's just another Frank Bruno, him, mate. He's getting knocked out. He's got no body movement, no head movement.
He ain't got nothing.
No, all he's got is a good punch. That's it."
Yeah, I mean, I think AJ is at one point, man. I was kind of like, I wasn't a fan, but I was like, yeah, he looks, you know, he's doing his thing, you know, blah blah blah, whoop, and then here comes the Ducks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He probably is a cool dude to hang out with. You know, how would y'all say, have a pint with and stuff like that?
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not. I can't do it, man. You with it ain't necessarily because you with Eddie Hearn. It's just that, why wouldn't you, if you wanted to be a part of the biggest heavyweight fight in the last 10 years, Why wouldn't you just give somebody a fair shake when you know the other side is going to be a little bit like, what's that word? Hesitant to take your offer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't even want to. Oh shit! I gotta make sure I bid on this item. I'm trying to get these shoulder pads.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I bought some more.
You buy more American football stuff.
Yeah, man. Sell and resell them, man. I'm gonna sell this one for I'm gonna sell this one. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna try to get it under. If I can't get it under, I gotta get it under 60. If I don't get it, I'm bidding on it on eBay. If I don't get it under 60, I'm not
bothering.
Yeah, I'm not bothering with it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, back to your question, mate. I think don't know. Me personally, I think a lot of British people are turning on him now because, I mean, obviously there's still the ones who fucking love him and fantasize about him and stuff like that. But I've heard over the last, just talking to people at work and stuff like that, just your general everyday Joe Blows and people. I find that people who I talk to about boxing, who are into boxing now, are starting to turn on him because he's ran himself into a corner. There's nowhere for him to go over here now. People don't want to see the fucking Carlos Takams, the Povetkins. There's another champion out there. You were quick to go and try and get all the other belts. Why are you hesitating over getting this last belt? And I mean, I don't know if you've seen what Kingsley Thompson Network, he put a video out called a £50 million duck, and it was brilliant. And it was just all these quotes saying, if Wilder's men get me 50 million, I'll make the fight now. And then on another interview, I'll fight him for 50 million. Not a problem. I'll definitely fight him. I'll fight him now, tomorrow, whenever. And then the next one is Kugan Cassius asking him, saying, are you going to fight Wilder? And he's like, well, I'm not selling my soul for 50 million and stuff like that. Try and backtrack on his words.
Yeah.
He's, I don't know, mate. That's why I don't like him. I don't like him because I just think he's a pure coward in my eyes.
Could be, man.
I think he's a disgrace to the heavyweight boxing. You've got all them belts and you can't somehow make this fight with Wilder. And he's, Wilder wants this. It doesn't matter, Mike. And I had 3 belts and I wanted to be undisputed and you had the other belt. Obviously, he's prize fighting, so obviously money comes involved. You just think, you know what? I just want your belt. I want to be the greatest. If you really, really, really want to be the greatest, you give Wilder what he's asking for and take his belt if you can.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's basically it right there.
Yeah. There's, that's why I love Lennox Lewis, because Lennox Lewis is always bad-mouthing him all the time now because he's not conducting himself like a true champion should. Lennox Lewis went to America and fought Holyfield, and he got £10 million for fighting. Well, $10 million for fighting Holyfield, and Holyfield got something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but got something like 20 million. I know Holyfield obviously got more because he was fighting in America, and he was a champion as well. But Lennox Lewis still did. He took the pay cut and fucking went over to America and fought him. But I
think Dylan White fought in the States. I forget who it was, but he fought over here.
Yeah, he did. I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. Fought some big, tall ass guy, didn't he? Some big, tall black guy. Yeah, don't know who it was. Someone Malcolm Tan.
Oh fuck! Hold up. So I gave old boy a link, but he still ain't showed up.
Is he not? No. I don't think he's that good on Google Hangouts, because I sent him some stuff on Google Hangouts and he replied back by email saying he hadn't got it.
Hey, yeah, the Kingsley Thompson. It was to your Gmail, man. It was to the email you put in the description, the chat. and I sent it to there and didn't work. I mean, I'm pretty sure it did get to you. Check your spam in your inbox, because I sure did. Error 505, that's on your end. That's not on mine. I think error 505 is like a proxy or DNS error. Forget.
Just one sec, Mike. I'm just be back in a minute, mate.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, that's a good one too. I'm gonna send it to you again, Kinsley. But that's about right, man. If you can't, both sides can't do it, then 44 in the winner get that extra 20%. Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, only. I don't know, man. I know some people don't like doing that. Yeah, yeah, Kenzie Thompson. Kenzie, Laws came. I think Laws had that same issue.
I had to do mine through me email, through the link what you sent me on the email.
Oh, Mark said update Hangouts. It's probably they probably is updating. Man, I thought I had these shoulder pads coming, man, but they ain't. Cool. Nah, I'm over here.
But still here.
I'm just over here.
What time is it over there, Mike?
It's 2:39, man. 2:39. 2:39 on the dot.
In the afternoon.
Yeah, buddy.
You know, time is it? It's 7:45 at night here.
Oh, yeah. I'm just looking at these real quick. Yeah, they out of their fucking mind. I'm gonna contact that dude. Oh, there he is.
Popped up.
Yeah. Somebody on here, Jordan.
Yeah, send me up, Jordan.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You heard me good, yeah?
Yeah. All right, Jordan.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Oh man, we just sitting over here chilling, talking some boxing real quick one time.
Yeah, send me up, Jordan.
I hear that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah. All right, Jordan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, we was talking about this old, Eddie Hearn and.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, he's on an echo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to turn down the. Yeah, man, we was talking about this old. If you're on your phone, you got. I don't know, man. You got to put the headphones in.
One sec.
Yeah. Update Hangouts 2:30 in Utah. Oh, it's 12:39 in Utah. Damn. If you're on your phone, you got. I don't know, man. You got to put the headphones in. Yeah, it's on the mean echo too. Yeah. Update Hangouts 2:30 in Utah. Oh, it's 12:39 in Utah. Damn.
Wow, that's bad. Bad echo, that.
It's out the chain, boy. Yeah. So I'm just sitting over here looking at these. And the thing that gets me on eBay now, man. I'm on eBay looking at some stuff. The thing that get me on eBay now is, man, the price. It's not really the price, it's the shipping. Like, how the fuck is shipping?
You guys hear me now?
Yeah, that's better, homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no echo.
Good. That's what I like.
Yeah, so we was over here. Oh, go ahead, man.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. All right, cool. One sec. Cool. All right, cool, man. I was just going to tell you guys a little story if you guys want to hear it about Joshua.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
He's from my area, innit? So you see how his name's actually Femi, innit? So basically, he grew up in Watford and he didn't call himself Anthony. Everyone called him Femi. When he went to the Olympics, everyone was like, yo, it's Femi, come on, Femi, innit? And then like he won the Olympics. Obviously, he didn't really win it, but it is what it is. And then all of a sudden he's on TV and everyone's like, what the fuck? He's calling himself Anthony now. But if you go to my area and you say Anthony Joshua, everyone's like, what Femi you talking about? Yeah. That he just switched his name.
I mean, he had to. I mean, but to us, his name ain't Fitty. It's big feminine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at some point you got to create your. I mean, it's either you create your own identity, you go with the identity, you run with it. I mean, your mama called your mama, your daddy named you Anthony. I mean, but at the my whole thing is with that. You know, I don't know why the fuck was they calling him Finney anyways. Like, is that supposed to be like some big guy that's supposed to be strong in the UK, like, or some boss type of guy? Like why was they calling him that anyways? When he lost, especially when he lost against White.
I don't know. He'll tell you that. I don't know why they call him Big Femi.
Yeah, I mean, earlier we was talking about I don't mean to say that, it was just like a filler word, but we was talking about, you know, the UK and over there, and some of the UK fans over there in the UK spoiling people like Frank Warren and Matchroom Boxing, and you know what I'm saying, they spoiled, and it seemed like that's the spoiling of fans just showing up and showing up to the stadium because it's a big, you know, drink sausage fest. You know what I'm saying? It seems like that's I don't know, man. It just doesn't look right, especially right now when nobody knows what's going to go down in April. You know, if Anthony Joshua was going to show up in April, is he not going to show up in April? Are the fans going to show up? I think they will show up at Wembley, even if Anthony Joshua was not there. You know what I'm saying? I think Eddie Hearn knows that, but I just think that he's still, you know, kind of shopping around. You know how he do it. Well, he'd throw out Miller, he threw out Usyk's name, he threw out Eddie Hearn even admitted that he threw out Klitschko's name just to see the reaction. So he's throwing all these fucking names out there. You know what I'm saying? But now he's stuck. Now he can't throw out. Now, in order for him to throw out Anthony Joshua, I mean, in order for Eddie Hearn to throw out Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury's name, it has to be 50-50 because they don't want to hear nothing less. They don't want to hear nothing less. And then at the same time will they take it now when they find out how much money as the experts projecting they're going to make for this next fight? You know what I'm saying? So if the experts in these news articles and stuff like that, if they can say that Deontay Wilder is taking home between $13 and $20 million, and Eddie Hearn and them was only offering Deontay Wilder 15, why fight him? Why fight him? How about show them, have the rematch like you said you was gonna do at the end of the fight, have the rematch and show them like, look, I can make more than what you're fucking offering me. I can generate more than what you generating over there. Like that's the only you got to make that's the only way he can do it. If you want a fair shake, he got to show that he can do it too. You know, what do you guys think, man?
I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. He's got, me personally, I just think he's got to give Wilder 50% because I suppose at one point of view, before Wilder fought Ortiz and Tyson Fury, he probably, in my eyes, Wilder probably didn't deserve 50%. He definitely deserved 60-40. Definite, because he's another heavyweight champion and he's unbeaten. But since then, Wilder's gone on to beat Luis Ortiz, who everyone, as we know, dodged. And he was unbeaten. He got rid of him. And then he's gone straight after that and had a fight with Tyson Fury, who was unbeaten and had a draw. He's fought 2 back-to-back unlineal champion who was undefeated and scared, and everyone was scared of him.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, Wilder definitely deserves 50-50 now, definite. And that next fight with Tyson Fury is going to be even bigger. So I don't know. I don't think Wilder don't need him. He needs Wilder. In my eyes.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't think at this point, man. But I think, I mean, those 3 guys, they need each other. I mean, and the only reason why they need each other is the whole legacy factor, the legacy factor, and the undisputed factor. I mean, you have to. I mean, but the thing about it is that if worse comes to worse, and if you guys want to say we just freeze this guy out and he can sit up over there and make peanuts, and who's he going to fight? and then all of a sudden Tyson Fury comes back. You know what I'm saying? And they fucked up their whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Because when Tyson Fury came back, you saw they was kind of like looking desperate, but they weren't necessarily doing desperate things to make the fight. And then all of a sudden, Matchroom Boxing is getting more desperate, saying they offer Masters with more money than Deontay Wilder has ever made, but they don't even know how much he generated from this fight yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna put it like this. You can't tell me that if Eddie Hearn is with DAZN, right, and Eddie Hearn is with Sky Sports, you can't tell me that they don't know how much the pay-per-views are done. Or heard rumors of how much it did over there in the UK. You can't tell me they ain't heard the rumors. You know what I'm saying? Then you can't tell me they ain't heard the rumors on how much the pay-per-views done over here. You know what I'm saying? So these dudes know, because, and the reason why I say they know is because, you know, if you're a big corporation like that, you're gonna pay people to do research, so you can find out what type of person are you dealing with, as far as in negotiations and stuff like that, and see what they actually really, if they're being truthful, and how much are they trying to get over on you, trying to, you know, all kind of things. Maybe find some dirt. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of like nudge them to do what you want or something like that. But they know how much the pay-per-view generated over there. He already knows. And
yo, can you guys hear me? Just one second. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this whole Wembley 90,000 seat stadium and all that stuff, it's a bit of BS, to be honest with you, because as I say, like, it's all kind of like in my area in London. And I know a couple people who like work in a supermarket, and they were saying to me that their like mum works at Wembley, and they were actually giving tickets away for the last Povetkin fight. They were giving tickets away. Like, I know, like, they're giving it away for free, but they'll kind of like said like that, don't say nothing in it. And people weren't even watching the fight because 90,000 is too big for like a boxing ring, because they were basically my friend that was watching the fight, and he had some free tickets. He said that no one was even watching the fight because it's too far away from the fight. They were all just talking in it, like no one was even watching it. So this whole thing about 90K and filling it out, it looks good on paper, but at the end of the day, like, if you're not really like, if you're letting people in for free or £40 or whatever it is that they're letting people in for, like in America, am I right in thinking that the seats and the gates is just a lot more in it? So at the end of the day, I think that this whole it's all about image at the end of the day. You're saying that Wilder needs 50%. I probably agree, because at the end of the day, Josh was saying, oh, he can make money fighting the Bin Man or anyone else, but at the end of the day, it's like he can't make the same money against anyone but Wilder, if you get what I'm saying. He can only make that money against Wilder. So it's not like, oh, pay Wilder 15 million. 15 million was an absolute joke. Like 15 million just shows you they didn't want the fight at that time. And then a flat fee when Parker got 35%, that's a joke as well. So I think at the end of the day, they are going to have to come correct. I actually think, my personal opinion is they're trying to age Wilder out. How old is Wilder now? Is he like 33, 34?
Yeah, I thought that as well, George.
He getting up there. I think he's 30. He older than me. I'm 32.
Shit.
I know he older than me.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And I'm 32. He older than me. He could be 33, 34. So
2 years left in his prime. So like, I'm not saying he's going to be shit overnight, but like, he's going to start to gradually get a bit slower. And as much as I like Wilder as a fighter, I think that his style is one that probably won't age well, because it relies on explosiveness, sudden explosiveness, reflex muscles.
Well, I don't think. Hold on, I'm trying to put up his damn thing. He's 33. Wilder's 33. I don't think the reason why I think Wilder broke his hands and his bicep and fucked his elbow up to where he had to go get surgery is because he's not a boxer. I mean, this dude hasn't like, you know, he hasn't done any type of bone exercise like actually like strengthening your bones in your hands.
Like conditioning, innit?
Yeah, he has no type of bone conditioning, and then not only that is he doesn't throw punches like you should throw punches. Like when you see him throwing and hit people with the inside of the glove, that's how you fucking tear your fucking bicep up. That's how you fucking tear your rotator cuff. That's how you know what I'm saying? He's hitting him with the inside of his glove. He's not punching right all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like he's unorthodox, and that's the reason why the guy is always hurting himself. I don't think necessarily his speed would go down with his age until I don't think as far as fast he is right there. I think he'd be cool until his like 40s. I mean, I know a lot of 45-year-olds that still play basketball, you know, and still limber and all that stuff. But I think he got into like 42, maybe 43. About when it really started going down. But I don't think I think the main part it won't be his age. It'll be all them fucking surgeries.
Back in a sec.
It'll be all them.
No, I agree, because when you're a boxer, if you're a boxer from a young age, someone like Lomachenko, somebody, even people like Parker, you have certain muscle memory in it. So like I actually boxed myself at amateur level, and I started late. So these guys, they just have that sort of refinement and the muscle conditioning and the muscle memory. They could take like a year off boxing, come back in and kind of be all right in it, because they've had that sort of conditioning, they've had the schooling. And you're right, when did Wilder start? 20 or something like that, 19, 20.
Yeah, he's probably in his late teens or something like that. But I think he also like probably dibbled and dabbled. You know what I'm saying? But you know, there had to been a good reason for him to just walk into a boxing gym, and I'm pretty sure that somebody whispered in his ear that, "Hey, man, this is a weak ass fucking league." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. You know, and then just for him to, you know, look how many amateur fights did Lomachenko have? How many amateur fights did Triple G have? I mean, this dude, he had to like prove his worth like quick. I mean, he had to like even it don't matter who he fucking fought his first fucking 20 fights. The dude didn't have that many fucking amateur fights, and then he's getting there. He's fighting people that already had like, you know, 15, 10. They already got their dick wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and you ain't been boxing your whole life. They got more. Everybody he has fought had more experience than him.
Exactly. You see, in my gym, there are people there that fight. They've been fighting since they were 5. Nah, not 5, maybe like 7, 8, something like that. And once you're in that gym and you've got your sort of establishment set, you're fighting every 2 weeks. These guys are 20 now. You add it up, that's like 500 fights. A fight's like training for them. So Wilder, you imagine going up against people with that amount of experience. And these guys, they're very technically refined. If you make one error, it's almost like they're on autopilot. I can't explain it. It's like Wilder, he looks very raw in the ring. It's like me a bit, because I started late as well. And when I'm sparring these people, it's like they're on autopilot in a way. I don't know how to explain it to you. So like if you throw something in the wrong way, they've got it drilled into them a million times what to do. Whereas Wilder don't have that. They have it, so if you throw a lazy jab, they're coming over the top with the right every time, not even thinking about it. Wilder's got to go in there against these people, and it's not a surprise he got knocked out in the amateurs, but he's improved a lot. He's invented his own style, which in a way is actually better. Don't play their game, because House always wins. He's invented his own style, and people always laugh at it and go on about how his style's like not technically correct, but at the end of the day, he's a man with 2 gloves on and he's knocking people out. So until he gets beaten, you can't say anything about it. What about George Foreman? People love to beg to George Foreman now, but George Foreman's technique weren't like orthodox. It was looping, but he was getting the results.
Hurt.
Exactly.
Nobody want to get hit by that shit. You move the fuck out of the way.
I think Wilder's style, I think it's pretty unique, to be honest, because it's a style what you've never seen before. You just don't know what's coming, do you? He can box on all angles and stuff like that.
He don't know what's coming.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he does half the time, Jordan. I think you're right, because when I've listened to like 78's videos and things like that, and he says it's a style what you can't prepare yourself for, because you just don't know what's coming.
Exactly.
Well, you know the right hand's coming at some point, but he's. I quite like his style, me. I quite like his style.
Well, for all those AJ protectors out there and all the critics of Wilder, I'm going to ask them one question, because everyone's going Wilder can't box. Who's easier to hit, Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua?
Exactly.
And when when Wilder fought Ortiz, when Wilder was hurt, what did he do? He held on and he closed the gap and made it hard for Ortiz and smothered him. When Ortiz was hurt, this great boxer who's well-schooled, 300 amateur fights, is technically refined. What did he do when he got hurt? He tried to slug it out and he got knocked out.
Yeah, that's
exactly,
and that's one thing I don't understand with people, man. Like even Tyson Fury got lucky, man. He got lucky he didn't get knocked out in that 12th round, man.
Yeah, he was knocked out.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. Like he got lucky that after he got his punk ass up, he lucky that he didn't get slept. Like he landed a lucky ass punch. But the thing about it is that what I don't understand. Oh damn, man, you remember forget what to talk about. But anyways, man. Yeah, go ahead, man. I don't have a good attention span, man. You even forgot what I was talking about.
Now these Matchroom, you know what? If that was in England, and imagine that was Anthony Joshua who knocked Wilder on the floor like that, they would have waved that off before he even hit the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Fury is lucky. He's very lucky about that. My sort of thoughts on that fight is that people were going Fury's bravado. You know how he was putting his hands behind his back, smiling and doing all of that. That gave sort of the image that he was winning the fight more than he was. But if you look at Wilder's jab, that jab was like a walking stick. Literally, it would literally stop Fury in his tracks half the time. People weren't looking at Wilder's jab. Fury's jab is more of like a flickering jab to sort of like throw you off a bit. But
I gotta say something on that jab. I forget what round it was, but fucking Wilder busted fucking Fury's nose with a jab.
Yeah,
Wilder hit that motherfucker so hard. You like when Wilder hit him with that fucking jab. If you rewind it and look at Fury, he's like, "What the?" He has that "what the fuck" face. Like, what the fuck was that? Like you hit, like he hit that motherfucker. He was like, it was like, "Woom." But that was the thing. Like I was trying to tell folks, man. But you know, a lot of people don't want to hear it. Like that wasn't the Wilder. That was not. I don't know. I think that was a clone. That was not Wilder, man. I don't know who the fuck that was, man. Because it was just his left hooks, his consistent, his jab consistently. I mean, the 1-2 down the middle. I mean, everything. It wasn't there. Like it wasn't there. Like it was against everybody else, including Louis King Kong Ortiz. It just wasn't there, man. It just didn't. I don't know.
Do you know what, Mike? One thing I've always give Wilder credit for, what you were just on about, what people don't give him credit for. He's actually got a brilliant jab when he decides to use it.
Yeah,
he's got a very good, strong, straight jab, hasn't he? His jab's very effective.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Stavern fight, the second one, even though it didn't last long, if you actually hear that jab, because the coverage was quite close to the actual fight itself, and you could actually hear that jab just snapping through his guard. Wilder's got a very hard jab, and because he's light and he's powerful, so there's a lot of snap on it. It's not like a sort of so you know you get these heavy fighters who sort of, it's a hard jab, but it's not like a snappy jab. It's sort of like a heavy-handed jab. Whereas Wilder's is like bang bang, and it just like gets you, it just knocks you off your pace, and it sets up the right hand because if he hits you with a couple hard jabs, you're going to start worrying about the jab, and then when you're worrying about the jab, the right hand's coming behind it.
Yeah, they be feeling that shit, man. They be feeling that shit. Trying to figure out, man. I'm trying to buy these. I'm over here buying cryptocurrencies, man. My bad. I'm over here.
That's the way forward, man.
But no, I just bought some more. I bought this cheap one. Never heard of it. It's called Zero X. It's ZRX. I didn't buy any. I bought some more Dogecoin. I bought some Bitcoin. And then now I'm about to buy some more. I think I'm about to buy some Ethereum. No, that's Ethereum. The Ethereum Classic. I'm about to buy some more Ethereum Classic.
I'll be telling these guys that are about to get divorced by their wives, man, just go into Bitcoin, get all your shit into cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because then, man, my boy's actually a lawyer in it, and I said to him, yeah, man, you know, I'm gonna be making sure my piece safe in it. And then he was like, nah, man, trust me, I know how it works. We'll send an investigator out. He was like, oh, well, that's his address. Yeah. 2 weeks later, they have all that information on you, and all your money, all your spending, wherever all your money is, it's all tracked. And then they just slam it on your ass, and then you're payment is just your child, your obviously your child support, your life. This is the one that I don't agree with, the life accustomed payments. So if you get someone accustomed to a certain amount of like obviously
Oh yeah, we got
lifestyle,
that over here too. Yeah,
it's ridiculous. It's like
it's some countries don't have anything called child support. You know what I'm saying? Like you break up, like you leave with what you came with. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't believe in necessarily leaving with what you came with, especially like if the dude was like a multi-millionaire, you didn't have a job and blah 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 whoop. I think you should be left with something, you know, maybe a house and some money or whatever, but not fucking half. Like, bitch, what the fuck you do to make this money? Like, you didn't fucking go to school. Like,
trust me,
you didn't fucking sell some ass to get this money. Like what the fuck you mean half?
Well, you know, there was someone in the UK, yeah. He was made to give half of all of everything he had, and you know what he did? I rate him for this, but obviously he must have been a bit pissed. He got like some scissors, obviously like some big chainsaw, and he cut everything in his house in half, literally. And he was like, "Ah, cool, you can have that." So like, he get a table and cut it in half. He got his bed light and obviously split that in half. Everything cut in half, like TV, everything in half. He's like, "Ah, cool, have it."
Like if that shit was like literally fucking written like half of everything, I would have done the same thing. I'm like, bitch, you said half. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still fucking half. Like, but it's just this, and then you wonder why like you hear like stories about motherfuckers, you know, often bitches and shit like that. Like, because like, you mean to tell me like there's a billionaire that's about to get half of taking what he got, you know, because he didn't have no prenup or whatever. But they didn't go to school. They didn't work these 16-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, stay at home drinking Dom Perignon and fucking eating fucking what's those goddamn shit, caviar and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sushi and that.
Yeah, eating you got a sushi chef in the fucking kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Hey, Mike.
Hold up. We missing comments.
Go on.
Go
on. Sorry,
I sent the link out on my Facebook, so maybe a couple man link that obviously joined up still.
Nah. Ron Sportsman said Wilder will finish Fury in the rematch. He knows Fury's style. But the thing about it is, that goes both ways, man. But the real scary part about it is that Fury didn't fight the Wilder that fought Ortiz. Fury fought a guy that was 209 pounds. So in the rematch, you know, we all know that Fury fought Wilder, but what version of Wilder was that? That was a 209-pound Wilder that didn't possess the same physical attributes that Ortiz received. So
would you guys think Wilder's optimum weight is? Because when I heard that he was coming in light, I was like, oh, okay, like in the Ortiz fight, I was shocked, and I was like, okay, but then he still had because I don't think he generates his power from. They tell you this in the gym as well. I don't think he generates his power from weight. I think he generates it from speed, innit? Because obviously the speed generation, the way he's able to like get the speed on the shot and obviously hit the point.
I think it's just a snap.
Yeah,
I think it's not. It's a combination of speed and power, but I think it's just a snap. Like the way it's like a bow and arrow, like your elastic band. Like the dude is tall, he's fucking lanky as fuck. I mean, I think it's just a snap, man. I don't think it has to do with the speed, yeah, but I think it's more of it is just that it's just the way he's built, man. It's just is optimum for fucking knocking motherfuckers out.
Yeah,
you know?
He's like a gun, innit? Sniper. But now I think that what do you guys think his optimum weight is? Because I heard him saying he wants to like beef up to in the 240s. I'm not sure if that's a sensible idea.
Nah, I don't. I think he should.
Only way I could say that he could say 240, 245 is if he weighed 240, 245 before. But I think that comfortable for the level of fighters that he's fighting today. The level of fighters that he's fighting today, I would say somewhere between 220 and 235. I mean,
yeah,
because
225, I'd say.
I think he needs to weigh more against Joshua than Fury because Joshua, I think, is gonna. You don't agree?
Nah, Wilder. Look at Joseph Parker. I mean, look how much he weighed versus how fucking short he is. You know what I'm saying? Like look at him, and he stood the test of time. The whole thing with to me is that I this is one thing I have been saying this dude need to do. Wilder needs to throw pump fakes. I'm not talking about the Freddie Rhodes shuffle. I'm not talking about the Freddie Rhodes shuffle. But what I'm talking about is the actual
do the Freddie Roach stutter then, man.
Yeah. Motherfucker be shaking all over the place. But he need to. The shit ain't funny, but it's funny. He need to throw more like fakes, man, like head fakes. You know what I'm saying? He need and then move more, like with his body, because like if Fury's throwing like the jab over and over again. Wilder like literally saw the jab coming, was like literally backing up, got hit with the jab, and then just stared at him. Like, does it? And it just kept backing up. I'm like, nigga, move your head. Like, move that shit. Move. No, damn it. Like, move your shit. Like, bend at the hips. Like move.
He
like,
just looks awkward sometimes, Wilder, doesn't he? Like, it's in a way, it plays to his advantage, but also his disadvantage, because when he's awkward out here, it's like the movements aren't like, it's very jerky, isn't it? It's not very fluid. It's like very jerky and sudden.
It's quick and all that stuff, but it's just he don't do enough. Like, people can say that, okay, Tyson Fury has good footwork. I don't really see too much of good footwork. You know what I see? A lot of fucking shaking. That's you know what I'm saying. I see a lot of fucking shaking. So but then again, Tyson Fury doesn't. He has a decent jab, and that's the reason why he's doing that. Somebody said that Rob Sportsman said 220, 225 would be perfect for Wilder. Marvin said he could put more muscle on his thighs and calves. That's what I said, Marv. Some put more muscle down there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rob Sportsman.
Go on, Dawkins.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Is that Marvinet?
Yeah,
is that Marvinet in the comments. Yeah. I can't see. Yeah, it's good man. Salute Marvinet.
Oh yeah, I forget. Y'all be on your. I'm not on my phone. I'm on the. I'm on my fucking. I'm on my computer, so I don't like doing the phone. Really, I should have done it because then I can go outside and have a cigarette, even though I ain't supposed to be smoking them hoes. But
that's why I stay on phone, Mike.
Yeah.
My phone didn't work, man. I tried that. I had error 505. I was like, fuck's sake, man. Because I already tried it before with Loz, and it didn't work. He knows that. I tried like opening a link up and it just wasn't happening. But this time what happened is it made me download Google Chrome because I was using Firefox.
I forgot. I don't. Yeah, it won't let you do it in the other apps. I don't know why, dude. It used to be able to. You used to, but I think it was an update. And then like even like with if I used Firefox, I can't use my mic. Like I can't use my mic.
Sure.
I would have to use the internal speakers on the computer.
No, man, we need to get your listeners up, bruv. You got some real content, much better than some of these other channels.
Oh, man, it's like I think most of the time it's just the more the merrier. Like when you get people on. Like in the chat room, and then when you get people on in your what do you call this damn thing? The fucking the fucking Google Hangout thing.
Yeah,
Hangouts.
And then you guys can talk about boxing, come up with different things, give you guys opinion. And it just makes the conversation a lot better. And you know what I'm saying? It's not as dry as hearing one person. And that's the reason why I like listening to the Trill Boxing Talk, even though I had a hard time believing that 78 and Black Fight Fan weren't brothers or cousins or something. Because I was looking, I was like, damn, these motherfuckers both dark. I'm like, they don't know, man. Maybe they might be related.
Well, I keep sure.
Yeah, man. Now I like watching their ones because even though they go off topic, it's like kind of and then they bring it back, so it's like kind of like gives you a bit of a chill. You're listening to what they're saying, and then boom, they go straight back into the boxing talk, and it's like you can cover the points and chill as well. Whereas I used to listen to some other live streams, and it was very militant, man. It was like boom, we're gonna talk about this. Boom, let's move on to this. And it's like it don't really flow like that. It kind of makes you sound like you're at school, innit?
Yeah. I mean. Back in the days, back when I was not back in the days, but like not too long ago, like when Sporting Icons wasn't such a fucking dickhead. Like I used to go on there and like listen to his live chats, but then like every now and again when he had him, but when I listened to him, he did have like decent stuff to say, but it was just like Oh, you know, it's like so dry. I'm like, damn, man, shit. Like, this is worse than dry ass pussy. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah, you need some entertainment, Mike, don't you? When you do, you know, like when you watch some of them chats. That's why I say, like Jordan was saying, when I listen to 7-8 and Black Fight Fan, some of 7-8 stories, they fucking crack me up. They make me laugh. Some of the stuff what he says on there, funny.
You know who had the best story that I heard in a while? Was Retro.
Who's that?
Retro Boxing.
Oh yeah,
about
brilliant.
His uncle had gave him some weed.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Yeah, you think you're Superman?
Yeah.
And he smoked it. And I was like, yeah, shit, I am Superman.
Now don't tell your auntie because she's gonna want to smoke it off first.
That was a brilliant video. That
was a good ass story too. I was like, look at this man. You over there telling motherfucking stories and shit to grown ass man. Got us all looking like, ooh, what is this motherfucker? Yeah.
Some people are just naturally gifted for it, and he's one of them, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of them.
He could come on the internet and just fucking sell it to millions of people because of his knowledge, his stories, and things like that. He's funny with it. I love him, and I can tell sometimes, because I've watched that many of his live streams, I can tell when he's in a bad mood sometimes. And there was one live stream what he did just before Christmas, about 2 weeks before Christmas, and he was raging. And I thought to myself, he's in a bad mood, this guy. And then halfway through the live stream, he said the reason why he was cursing and cussing everyone and going off on one, because he had packed in smoking. He packed in smoking for a couple of days, so he's getting angry, isn't he? Because that's what it does to me when I stop smoking.
I think he back already, though. I think he back on the wagon already. I don't know, but I know after this live stream, I'm about to go smoke me one, make me a drink too.
Yeah.
I think we got some Jameson in there.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, man. Speaking about being pissed off, right? So, you know my old lady Nigerian, right? I'm gonna tell you something she told me earlier about Nigeria and how they get down with venues, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So we bought a box of red snapper. I don't know if do y'all eat red snapper over there? It's box of fish, right?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah, I don't.
And so like, for some odd reason, it tasted good, but it didn't taste like it used to, like because they already got the fish scaled now. But like keeping the scales on the fish kind of protects it from like freezer burn and all that stuff. And then so the old ones, the ones before this one, they didn't come gutted. They didn't come gutted or scaled. But now like they taste like totally fucking different when they gutted and scaled, like because like when they're on the boat, they just pack it full of ice, then put them in the box. They never thaw out. But then in order for them to gut them and scale them, they have to thaw them out and then refreeze them. So now the blood ain't no longer red, it's brown. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of pissed me off, man, when I was eating it last night. I was like, motherfucker.
That's jokes, bro.
Man, because it's like $60. It's like $60 for a whole box.
Wow.
It's like a box the size of like a box of restaurant again. Like that's what we buy at my house with some foods. Like we buy the same thing that walks into the back of a restaurant. So my old lady, man, she's from Nigeria. She's born out there and all that stuff. And
is that your wife, Mike, or your mum?
No, my old lady. Not my.
I don't know what you mean, because over here, if we say old lady,
my wife,
means our mum. Oh, right. Yeah.
So she was talking about venues and stuff like that. So do you guys understand that when Black China went out there, the fucking Nigeria, that rich people were paying like $5,000 to $10,000 just to see her at like fucking a club?
Really?
And then there was and then they got fucking how pissed off they got when the bitch walked in and then fucking didn't pay anybody mind, didn't say hello to anybody, and fucking left within 5 fucking minutes.
That's mad.
I'm not joking. And then not only that is a lot of rich people, a lot of rich a lot of known artists from the United States actually go down there to Nigeria or and stuff like that, and then they do like these shows, and they do like little what do you call that thing? You pay to come in there. It's not an autograph signing. It's just like no. It's not an after party. It's not a book signing, not an autograph party. It's just like a meet and greet. Like you come in to meet them, they talk a little bit, and they bounce. They pay money to fucking go to there. You know, some of these concerts they have in Nigeria, my old lady said they paid fucking $20,000 just for a fucking table of fucking 4.
That's ridiculous. I remember when someone went to Drake's concert and they said to get into the after party for Drake was like $7,000 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go like for fucking why do I want to hang out with this fucking dude? Okay, yeah, I heard what you had to say, but ain't nothing like you don't know nothing about this dude's personality.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a worship mentality, innit?
Yeah. But the reason why they do that out there in Nigeria because they there's always a competition between who has the most money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the big swinging dick mentality, like, yeah, look at me. I bought this table and they don't even care to watch the fight. My old lady was like, look, if Deontay Wilder, and because she know of both of them, she said if Deontay Wilder and fucking Anthony Joshua fought in Nigeria, she was like, the motherfucker would sell out. The motherfucker would be paying for fucking $20,000 for a fucking seat. She was like, they don't play out there with that. Like they got them. She was like, we have the most jets, privately owned fucking jets. I'm like, you think they have the most privately owned jets for comfort? No, they have it so they can say, look, I got 6. And the other motherfucker would be like, no, motherfucker, I got 7. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you make yourself broke for that shit, man.
Yeah, you would be definitely like the maintenance alone and make you want to kill a side piece if she gonna, kill your wife if she gonna divorce you. You know what I'm saying? Like the maintenance alone, but that was going back to that. That's why I was saying is like if they have an issue between having it in the United States and having it in the UK, well then maybe they should maybe hold up. I'm just making sure they ain't bleeding to my speakers. Maybe they should have a neutral ground type of thing and just have that shit in fucking Nigeria.
That's a sick idea, man. Because look, but what about Ali and Foreman? And I'm not too clued up on the venues of the old fights. Wasn't Foreman, Fraser, and some of those other fights in that sort of neutral ground? Like I know for a fact the Rumble in the Jungle was somewhere neutral. Yeah, they should. Why can't they mix it up like that? I'll tell you why. Because
that's one of them.
Yeah, Duckroom doesn't want to do that because they want to have the referee, they want to have the Carlos Cam stoppages.
It'd be easier for them to get everything over there because how strict do you think fucking Nigerian Athletic Commission or whatever it's called over there? I'm not saying like whatever, but how strict they gonna be over there? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like as far as you two coming over there, making the fight, bringing your judges in and stuff like that for the main event. Yeah, have some of them fucking African referees and judges. I mean, have some of them African referees and judges, come over there so they can make some fucking money. You know what I'm saying? But and then possibly, who knows? They're probably good, and so people could get to know them. You know what I'm saying? So that it'll help both parts out. And then not only that, it'd be good. It'd be good for the worldwide thing, especially if this guy is supposed to be from Nigeria. Ain't even never been nowhere near over there and fought. You know what I'm saying? So.
He's fake anyway because he's from Watford. Yeah, I'll tell you another thing. He's from Watford, which is in Hertfordshire. Hertfordshire's not even in London. It's like just outside of London. And he moved to, I think he was born in Watford and he was raised around here. And then he went to an area called Barnet, which is in North London. He never represents for Watford. Never. He never talks about Watford. He just talks about when he joined his amateur gym in North London. He don't represent or anything like that. So he's not really. He's all about image because whenever they announce his fights, they go from London, England, obviously Anthony Joshua, but if you go on his box rec, you'll see it's Watford, Hertfordshire, and Hertfordshire ain't even in London. It's all about the image with that guy. So he changed where he came from, and he's changing his name. So
damn, that hurts.
Damn, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
he ain't even from London,
So I guess as far as Anthony Joshua was like, hey man, I'm like, what if you asked him that? He's like, hey man, how come you don't say where you really from? He's like, Anthony Joshua would be like, well, man, sometimes you got to sell some ass.
Well, I want to know when he's signing up to VADA, because I was going through BoxRec, just flipping through the top sort of end of
He was
BoxRec,
supposed to
like
be signed
Ortiz.
up with them, no, I thought, because that was the main thing that we were talking about. With last year, I think January, I think that was what we were talking about. Blood Boxing was too. I know Blood was talking about it. And I think he is with VADA, but the whole thing about it is voluntary.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, it is he's with VADA for certain fights. So when he was with Vladimir Klitschko, they employed VADA testing for that fight. But he's not routinely. It's not the same thing. He's not on this like routinely where they can show up at your door. Like Joseph Parker, I think he got fined because he didn't they turned up at his door and he didn't tell them he was going abroad or something. Like when you're on the year-round thing, you've got to let them know where you're going, like if you're going to be out the country. And Joseph Parker never let them know, so they fined him. But Joshua's not on that, so obviously I actually think I ain't gonna obviously I ain't got no proof or anything, but I reckon whatever he was having in his food, man, he's stopped taking it, because the performances have dropped since the Takam fight. The weight has dropped, and he doesn't look as sharp as he used to. I don't know.
I mean, his weight dropped. I mean, his weight dropped because that shit was fucking fat. He was bloated. He was bloated against Takam. Like, you don't fucking lose fucking 15, 20 pounds of fucking muscle in fucking 3 months.
You'd have no energy.
And even if you did, and even if you was able to do that, that shit is not healthy.
No, like, you'd be drained.
Exactly. You know?
It's impossible. Absolutely impossible. How can you lose?
Wasn't it like 15, 25 pounds? Like, wasn't it something like that? Because he was like 50 something. Like, he was like 250, right?
254, and then he went down to 242 in like less than half a year, and you're meant to buy that he's able to lose that muscle and compete at world level, not be drained as
that
fuck.
Shit was fat. That shit was fat.
You think it was all fat?
I think it was, because you know what I'm saying. Like, if this dude was solid muscle, when he flexed, you would see nothing but fibers. How big he is. I think he's that big, but he has a good combination between fat and muscle. You know what I'm saying? Which is always good for fast twitch muscles. You know, it's always have a good combination between fat and muscle if you actually really do want to have speed. And that came from Bruce Lee. That's what he told me.
Fat's energy, isn't it?
Well, it's because he was saying, like, he said something like he only did that whole like getting cut up thing for the theatricals.
Yeah.
But he said, but for really to be a good fighter, is like this is not good. It's like he said, I forget what he said, like it had to do something with like burning fat and and damn near killing yourself trying to fucking be under 4% body fat. You know what I'm saying? So
fat's fuel, isn't it, at the end of the day?
It's fuel.
Energy.
Oh yeah, you do need that shit. Yeah.
So I think even George Foreman said that he was trying to look cut up, and he actually would have preferred to have a bit of fat. Obviously, he made up for that when he came back, but he was saying that he wished that he like had a bit more fat over like his muscle, just as like protection and energy. But they would obviously for the image, he was trying to look as like big and just as lean as possible. But I don't know, man. I think like you got weird fighters like Tyson Fury. He has not got the body of an athlete, but he's very elastic. The fat gives him like flexibility, innit? It just makes him look very elastic in the ring, so he can make all those movements. Joshua is as stiff as a brick, so he's, as I say, he's very hittable. But I don't know, man. I just have a feeling. I'm going to break it down to you guys. I see Joshua Fury being a sort of Ali Foreman fight where Fury's on the back foot and I can actually see Fury getting the stoppage against Joshua late. I know it sounds weird, but if you look at Fury's stamina, you look at Joshua, he's a late KO waiting to happen anyway because he's got bad stamina. And I think that Fury actually has a bit more power than he shows when he actually like sits down on his punches. I can actually see Fury sort of, because we know he can absorb punishment now. That's one thing we learned from the Wilder fight. And Joshua ain't hitting him with no bricks that Wilder's hitting him with. So I can see it being a fight where Fury maybe is on the ropes for quite a bit of it, like ducking and moving and just like sort of maybe losing a few rounds. And then he literally just puts Joshua running on empty. And I can actually see a stoppage there. Because the thing is with Fury, is you can see Fury setting up a counter punch against Joshua, and it's the counter punches that kill. That's how it will see. Gone.
I think my only thing is like, you know, with the whole AJ thing, man, his only defense is putting his hands up.
Yeah,
I mean, because he's not going to move, and he depends on using those big ass. Oh, what we got there now, Daniel's son? Yeah, that's the only thing. He just sits there and does this, use some big ass biceps and them arms, and he. But the thing about it is that if Tyson, I'm pretty sure Tyson Fury's he's gonna try to get in there, use his elbows, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, try to put his arms down, try to pin him. I think if you're a heavyweight fighter and that's the only thing you got is defense to put your fucking hands up, you're gonna get knocked out.
I agree, Mike.
Yeah, he's a walking KO waiting to happen, man. The thing with Josh, yeah, I think he'll get stopped on his feet. I think he's a guy that doesn't go down easy. I still think against Klitschko, he took he got hurt and went, like, if you play it in slow motion, me and my boys played it in slow motion, he fell down in a very unnatural way. I think he got hit and then didn't want to get hit again, so he like took a dive and then got up. If you guys rewatch that, he fell in a very awkward way. Like, he got hit with the right and then he sort of dipped a bit and then like went down and then he smiled at his corner. So I actually think he took a knee, like sort of like went down on purpose there. A lot of fighters actually do that.
Yeah, trying to dodge a blow.
Yeah, because if that left hook caught him, and that's the same combo that Wilder threw against Fury. This is the thing.
Wow, Marv got jokes. Marv said that I reckon he had a fat transplant and gave it to Big Baby Miller. Yeah. But that's a different. But that's a different. Everybody want to call Tyson Fury was fat and all that stuff, but that dude, that is just stupid. Like, and that's another dude walking. He'll walk it, and he a fucking hater. He hating on Wilder for going out there. He's like, oh yeah, shout outs to Beyonce for becoming Wilder for becoming the best whatever, drama queen or whatever. I'm like, this dude can't be happy. Like, you mad because nobody wants to fucking fight you because you bring nothing to the table. Nothing. Mm-hmm. You don't bring no fucking fans and you don't bring no money. So what the fuck are you talking about?
You're on about now, Mike. Dusty.
Yeah, fucking Dusty.
You're on about Dusty Miller.
That's what I'm yelling about. Dusty.
Yeah. You just wait for the Joshua fight, because I reckon that Hearn's been making a lot of promises behind the scenes, man. Oh, yeah. I reckon Joshua wants to, because despite Joshua saying no, we can do it in the UK. Why should we go there? It's going to switch very quickly from that to oh no, because I saw him saying he wants to fight in the US now, so he contradicted himself. But I think Hearn's going to make Joshua vs Miller Joshua's first fight in America. That's what's going to happen. So obviously Miller's being promised that he's going to get that. So I reckon that the opponent for Miller is going to be someone dead, someone that's past it. Maybe, I don't even know, not like a Marius Watt type opponent, maybe Erkan Tepe or someone like the American mold of that sort of Joey DeWeco, that type of thing. And then he's just going to basically just be kept busy working on the sidelines. And then he'll get the Joshua fight. Jarrell Miller will get the Joshua fight. He's the American pawn because he's got a big mouth. He was over here in the UK on a mainstream show like called Soccer AM. I think you guys call it soccer, we call it football. He was on like a mainstream sort of like where everyone watches it in the morning before the football starts, and he was obviously on there. So they're obviously maneuvering him in a sort of that, so the UK fans know he is.
Them soccer balls.
Yeah, man, like the sort of football. You guys call it soccer, innit? Yeah, where you kick it, innit? He was on that. So they're obviously maneuvering him for the Joshua fight. He'll get that. So he's just obviously, I don't know. He'll definitely get that. He needs to chill. It's Dillian White who's sort of pissed right now because obviously I reckon that Hearn promised him the Joshua fight, and that's why he fought Chisora. Because if you look at it from getting a title shot point of view, he should have fought Dominic Breazeale or Luis Ortiz. So he obviously fought Chisora because they promised him the Joshua fight, and now I reckon, that's what I'm saying. I reckon now Hearn's in two minds, maybe like, oh, the fans really don't want this White fight, so shall we make Jarrell Miller now and put Dillian White in with someone else?
I'm telling you, George, that's who it is next, mate.
You think it's Miller?
Definitely. The only reason why I was saying that I don't think it's going to be what you call that shit? I just saw something stupid on Twitter. The only reason why I still to this day don't think that Anthony Joshua will fight and Dillian White in April is because of Big Dusty, like Lons like to call him. And I think you're right. I think you're right over there, man. I think both of y'all are right. But I think the real amazing reason is that it's going to be Big Dusty is because what's his name? DAZN.
Yeah, DAZN, man. That DAZN thing's a joke, man, but you know, that is what it is. I think Oscar De La Hoya saved it, even though he's a bit of a weirdo. But yeah, Eddie Hearn's not really brought nothing to the table. I mean, his prospect, his heavyweight prospect lost on his debut. That was hilarious. Like he went to America, he got a prospect out there and got knocked out. Well, he didn't get knocked out, but he nearly got knocked out. So that was a joke. That wasn't meant to happen. And then he's fighting again on Jarrell Miller's undercard. I don't know if you guys have seen that. He's actually back out again on a 4-rounder, trying to make win his second first fight, trying to win his first fight. Yeah, he's back out there, but yeah, that flopped. Also, the Joshua Povetkin fight, I heard from your end flopped. Like no one watched it, and people even in the UK, like casual fans, I'm talking actual casual fans, like my cousin is a casual boxing fan. My cousin, I tell you how casual he is, no disrespect to him, I love my family, but he said to me about 2 years ago, oh, why don't Anthony Joshua fight Chris Eubank Jr.? That's how much of a casual he is. So he said,
you should have snapped it right in the back of his head.
But recently he's come out and go, Joshua doesn't really want it, you know, does he? So that's what he said to me on the phone recently. Joshua don't really want it, you know. And then I had casual fans like in a supermarket, yeah, like just people I sort of brush shoulders with when I'm shopping. And one of them said to me, oh, who's Wilder? Isn't that the one Joshua's dodging? So that is a casual fan. And then another guy who used to suck off Joshua, loved him, like literally like Joshua cheerleader. He said to me, and he's a casual, he said, oh, if Joshua got found out with the 50 million, if he fights Why again, it's a joke. I'm telling you, even the casual fans are going off him around here.
They are. That's what I said to Mike earlier, Joe.
So
I said that they're on his back now, mate, over here, because they're sick of seeing. They don't want to see the Carlos comes in. Fucking, you know, people like that, the Povetkins and that. They want, because he's spun people that much now of shit. He's got 3 belts over here. There's only so much. It's like anywhere, isn't it? There's only so much you can keep spinning people these webs.
Listen, fight Ortiz. That's what I say. Ortiz.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They want some big scalps, don't they?
Ortiz he's free. You know, Ortiz is free, and he said he'd take anything. Get in there, Ortiz.
Yeah, he's the can man, right?
Shut us up, innit? Like, I can't say shit if Joshua beats Ortiz. Real talk, I can't say shit. And the joke about it is, when I look at it, I think he's got a chance against Ortiz. Like, when I look at it stylistically, because I think Ortiz, as much as I like Ortiz, I think he has slowed down a bit when I've been watching him recently. I think the Ortiz of 2015 would have got rid of Trevor, what's his name again? Travis Kaufman in about 5 to 7. I do think his hand speed, if you watch the David Allen fight, even like the way he was a lot quicker, a lot sharper. But I think that he's really slowed down Luis Ortiz. Or not too much, but he's slowing down. So I think Joshua could get him. But the problem with Ortiz is he's not an athlete. Like, Ortiz doesn't rely on athleticism. He relies on timing. And that's the thing that makes him so dangerous. Like, you're in a fight with Ortiz, nothing is happening. You're both just pouring and gesturing and posturing up. And then boom, that left straight comes out of nowhere. Like, look at Kajanu. Parker couldn't get rid of Kajanu, and Nathan Gorman, I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a prospect in the UK. He's got very fast hands, a bit like Andy Ruiz. He just went the distance with Kajanu in a 10-rounder. But Ortiz, it's all about the timing. And that's what makes him so dangerous. Like, you could be in a fight with Joshua, fuck all could be happening. Nothing could be happening. It just looks like a boring fight, and then boom, that backhand just lands. So that's why I think they'll never take that fight.
Yeah, that could be the reason too. That could be a reason too. Like, but you know, what I've been saying is Dillian White needs to go after Dominic Brazil. If you can't make that fight, go after King Kong.
He can win that fight. Why isn't he fighting Brazil? I don't get it. That's a fight. Me and
Law said it has to do something with Eddie, man. It has to do. It has to do something with Eddie. Is the reason why he didn't take the fight. You mean to tell me that you have a fighter named Anthony Joshua who always has a contingency plans, but you mean to tell me Dillian White is just sitting over here watching him, saying that he don't want to be this, he don't want to do that, he don't want to, he has his own career to worry about and all that stuff, but he's sitting back watching everybody else like fly right back, right past him. And then what's really gonna be this? The point is, what's really gonna hurt is when Big Baby Miller drops out of the fucking sky, woo, and fucking takes Anthony Joshua away from. Like, how does fucking Anthony Joshua gonna fucking fight Anthony Joshua before White? Oh, I tell you the reason why is because you sign up with the wrong motherfuckers. Now, and if you go over there and if you'd have fought fucking Pulev, you would have had.
Yeah, you'd have been IBF mandatory.
Yeah,
straight away.
And you wouldn't have to worry about whatever a Matchroom Boxing employee had to say. And, and then even if that was the case, if you couldn't get the money that you want out of the fight, then maybe you could have went over there to Frank Warren. Maybe you could have went over here to the U.S. and some of these promoters out here and got away from Eddie. But
ain't it like that? Yeah, man. It's like that. It's like being a side chick, and you're seeing some guy, and the guy's saying like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave my wife for you," and then when it come down to it, he don't, and you're just standing there in the rain, like, and then them not in their mansion. Do you know what I mean? He played the role of the guard dog and the security and the second in command and the side guy, and then when it came down to it, the promise that he was made, it looks like he might have got played. So I got no sympathy for him. Do you know why? Because I used to think he was a warrior before the Joshua fight. He was going on about, oh, Joshua's name isn't Joshua, it's Femi, Joshua's fake, Joshua's this. And I'm not saying like that's him being real. I'm just saying that when he got signed to Matchroom, all of a sudden that shit stopped. And I think this beef now, at least at the start of it, was like kind of fake, innit? But like, I actually think he switched up. He decided to sell his soul and just play the role, man. And
I think he over there selling ass. I think he's selling booty.
Yeah, man. Why didn't he fight Ortiz? That was an absolute joke. This is when I lost all respect for
White. And at the same time, Dominic stepped to him too.
Yeah, Dominic Brazil of all people. You can beat Brazil.
Oh, that would have been easy. That would have been, oh God.
I mean, he was getting hit by that Carlos Negron guy. And that Carlos Negron, I saw his box rec. He's weighed in at 175 before, light heavyweight.
Yeah, he used to be light heavyweight. He used to. I think he used to be a welterweight. Like, look into it, because I think he used to be smaller than light heavyweight. I'm not lying, dude. He might have weighed in at one point at 147. I'm not lying.
And he was lighting Brazil up, man. It was only because of Brazil's like sort of size and pressure.
Slow.
I know.
It was slow as fuck. And then the Negron dude, he kept his hand up like this the whole time, like I'm like, dude, if you don't tuck that chin.
Yeah.
It was just
like, tell you what, Mike. I think it's Dillian White had fucking wiped the floor of Dominic Brazil. I think he would. I honestly do. I think he'd knock him out within 6 rounds. I really do.
And that's more. See, if all three of us thinking this, is thinking that, why the fuck he didn't take the fight?
Exactly,
I don't know, man. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know why he called out Ortiz as well. That was I don't know what's going on with him. And then he went radio silent. Literally, like he called Ortiz out, and Ortiz called his bluff. And then he was on Twitter, and there's everyone on Instagram and Twitter was like, "So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight Ortiz?" And he just like went quiet. And this is how you know he went quiet, because normally he replies to a few people. Like he's one of those guys on Instagram that will reply to the odd guy, innit? No replies to no one. Just quiet. And then when he was still active and posting. What he was posting had nothing to do with the Ortiz situation.
Yeah, he was posting that the donkey with the carrots on it.
Yeah, and then it's like, so what are you gonna do, White? And then he just completely ignored Ortiz. And boy, I actually said to my boy that it'd be jokes if like we find out we're one of these press conferences with White or Joshua and we just jump in the windows, scream Ortiz in it, like live on TV and shit. What about Luis Ortiz? And my boy was like, you'd be ejected from that rim ASAP.
you probably would, man. But the thing about it is like these dudes, they need to stop. Like, what do you want? Like, do you just want to be walking around the streets and all these press conference and nobody actually questions what the fuck you been doing? Like, that's what it seems like they want. They don't want nobody fucking contesting their fucking decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you paying fucking customers coming up in here talking shit. I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Dominic Brazil and Louis King Kong Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Like, we paying your bills and shit, but you don't want nobody to fucking question your thought process on making these fights, to making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing to making the fights that we want. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true, man.
it's fucking disgusting. Like, you mean to tell me you're supposed to pay $25 to $35 to go to a fucking punk bitch ass stadium, not a punk, it's a nice stadium, to go to a stadium, sit all the way up there to the in the nosebleeds where your fucking nose literally fucking bleeds to watch a fucking boxing match that you can't even fucking see without some binoculars. Without some binoculars.
Yeah, you need binoculars, Mike.
As I said, the people at the Joshua fight said that no one was watching the fight on his level. They were just talking, and then it was on the big screen, but no one was even watching it. And I'll tell you something though, Chisora was finished like when they fought. That whole, David Hayes, the biggest con man in the world, man. I'm telling you. And he actually conned everyone again with the whole Chisora thing, because I'll tell you a secret, yeah. My in my gym, I won't say what gym it is yet. I'll see if he's all right with it. But Derek Chisora's Padman goes there, innit? So I've worked with Derek Chisora's Padman, and he told me that Chisora's finished and that he was going to lose the fight. Literally, he was like his own guy. He was like, nah, White's going to win. He knew.
I don't think Derek Chisora is Derek Chisora could have won that fight, but if somebody would have fucking like. I don't know. Maybe you just can't fucking do it. But going in there like fucking a fucking caveman and just fucking throwing around your fucking little wooden fucking stick around, it's not gonna win you no match, because the whole time fucking Dillian White, yeah, he was taking some licks. They was hurting and stuff like that. But Dillian White knew that eventually this motherfucker's gonna get tired, just like we both were in the first fight. And I'm gonna wait, time it, and clean this fucking clock. He didn't do shit. He didn't have to do nothing. The only thing he had to do was just let the motherfucker throw until he got tired, and then fucking come in and fucking knock him clean. That's it.
Exactly, brother. Because that's exactly what he did.
It's just evident. Look at their first fight. All you see is a bunch of
swings. Yeah.
like who fucking in boxing? Who fucking boxing throws overhand rights with a 360 spin in boxing?
That's jokes,
but motherfuckers want to call Deontay Wilder windmill. But when you watch that fight, you see a whole bunch of fucking windmills. You see a whole bunch. You like,
but effective as well.
No, exactly. Listen, guys, I've got to kick off now because my boy's literally about to go, and we're gonna go out to fucking Watford town of AJ, fucking A-Joke.
Hey man, fuck some bitches for me, man.
Yeah, man, we're gonna hit those bitches up. Fucking,
man, I get my shit. I get a poison dart inside of my fucking neck.
Listen, we get the most girls outside the club when it's finished. I don't know what it is, yeah. We're chirping inside the club, but when outside, because obviously the music and that, it's like, obviously sometimes you're trying to talk and it's just a bit like loud and shit, but for some reason, we always pick up on the we telling you.
We call that parking lot pipping over here. We call it parking lot pipping.
Yeah,
because dude, you know how it is. You go to this bar, they want money. You go to this bar, they want money. You go to this bar, they want money. They want money. And then I've been thrown out of bars for not tipping, dude. Like for bad service. Like for not fucking tipping. I'm like, dude, I paid $10 to get in here, and now you want me to fucking tip. This is not gonna be my first stop. I was like, I gave him fucking $5 for a fucking tip. Now I gotta buy a drink and tip you too.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, and it's we call it parking lot because it's like it gets expensive going out sometimes and hopping and drinking, and then at some point it's best to just, if you want some poom poom, it's best to just get it outside.
Trust me, you know about that. I say, what time you got? When do you go? Do you sort of just come on here whenever and just sort of chop it up, or would you?
Usually, I try to get on around 4 or 5. And I know Laws be on while I'm at work, so
is it sort of every day, or is it just almost
every day, damn near? If you
man.
Damn near.
Are you on later, Mike? You on later, or
I probably won't, man. Because I'll probably be in the kitchen cooking. Or I'll probably get outside on the grill, even though it's 30 degrees outside.
Barbecuing.
Yeah,
I've got to get up.
What time is it where you're at? What time is it?
It's 3:46 where I'm at.
Shit, man, it's nearly 9 o'clock here, so that's what I'm saying, man. 9 in the evening. Shit, man, fucking. But nah, man, it was good to chop it up. Obviously, this is literally the first live stream I've ever done, so it was obviously awkward just getting it set up and that. But now I sort of know what's what, so it's gonna be a bit easier. I'll get my webcam sorted for next time, and then man, shout out to Loz as well, man, for obviously hooking this up.
Angie, bro.
Yeah,
And yeah, I'm
and
definitely
you, Michael, for having us on, brother.
Hey man, y'all know anytime, bro. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing, man.
Cool, man. Peace, brothers. Have a good
All right,
evening.
man.
Yeah.
I'm about to, man. I'm about to
Me too, bro.
I'm about to go smoke a cigarette because I can't smoke in the house or I catch a beating.
Yeah.
Peace,
Peace, Michael. Peace, Jordan.
Cool,
Thank
man.
you
Peace,
for having us on, bro.
All right, anytime, brother. Yep.
Peace.
All right.